This Zoom session is being brought to you by the fractal Dither Horizon A. Okay, today we'll be doing simplifying complex fractions, and 6.5 will be polynomials divided by polynomials. Okay, a complex fraction is a fraction made of fractions. 2/3 divided by 5/7, or reciprocal of a sum of reciprocals. This, by the way, is called reduction. I have an extra credit set about it. It's sort of like addition standing on its head. 2 over x plus 5 divided by 3 over x plus 1. Okay. Now, there are various ways to simplify these. One, for something like this, 2/3 over 5/7, you have fraction divided by fraction equals fractions times reciprocal of denominator, a over b times d over c. Then you multiply across, ad over bc, like this. So for example, 2/3 over 5/7, that's 2/3 times 7/5. Multiply across, 2 times 7 is 14, 3 times 5 is 15. Therefore, 14 divided by 15. You have 18x to the 5th over 35y squared divided by 2x to the 8th over 21y to the 5th. Okay, that'll be the numerator, 18x to the 5th over 13y squared, times the reciprocal of the denominator, therefore 21y to the 5th over 2x to the 8th. Okay, then you have to multiply across, and then we'll have to remove common factors. So 18 times 21, x to the 5th times y to the 5th, over 35 times 2 times x to the 8th, y to the 2nd. Okay, after you cancel a bunch of common factors here, you get 27 over 5. Here, y to the 5th over y squared leaves a y to the 3rd power in the numerator. X to the 5th over x to the 8th leaves an x to the 3rd in the denominator. So it's 27y cubed over 5x cubed. There's also a method, rescale the fraction by a product of inner denominators. For example, 1 over 1 over x plus 1 over y. Well, the denominators, inner denominators here are x and y, so we multiply above and below by xy. We rescale by xy. 1 times xy is xy. Xy times 1 over x is xy over x. 1 over y times xy is xy over y. Here the x's cancel, here the y's cancel, and we're left with xy over y plus x, product over sum. Or 2 over x plus 5 divided by 3 over x plus 1. Here the inner denominators are all x's, so we'll just multiply, rescale by x over x. So 2 over x plus 5 times x, all over 3 over x plus 1 times x. Okay, 2 over x plus 5 times x gives you 2 plus 5x. 3 over x plus 1 times x gives you 3 plus x. So 2 plus 5x divided by 3 plus x. Okay, we have some examples from the book. 6.4 number 25, 1 over a minus 1 over b divided by a over b minus b over a. What's that? Okay, well, the inner denominators are a and b, so multiply above and below, rescale by ab. 1 over a minus 1 over b times ab. 1 over a times ab is b, minus 1 over b times ab is a, so b minus a. A over b times ab leaves a squared, minus b over a times ab leaves b squared. Oh, but we can go a little further. A squared minus b squared factors into a minus b times a plus b. That underneath b minus a. Well, wait a minute. B minus a and a minus b are not quite the same. The subtractions differ in order. We'll rewrite b minus a as the opposite of a minus b. So the opposite of a minus b over a minus b times a plus b. The a minus b's cancel, and we were left with -1 over a plus b. That's the answer here. Now here we have 2 over x plus 3 minus 1 over x minus 3. All that divided by 3 over x squared minus 9. Now, all right, we'll keep the numerator the same, but here, x squared minus 9, that's x plus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, so we have an inner denominator, lowest common inner denominator, I guess we could call it, is x plus 3 times x minus 3. It contains this, and it also cancel out these. So we'll rescale, we'll multiply above and below by x plus 3 times x minus 3. So this times all here, 2 over x plus 3 times all this, the x plus 3's cancels, we're left with 2 times x minus 3, minus, here the x minus 3 cancels, and we're left with 1 times x plus 3. The x plus 3, x minus 3 cancels, and we're left with 3. 2 times x minus 3 minus 1 times x plus 3 all over 3. after distributing and combining terms and so on, we're left with x minus 9 divided by 3. Here we have 2 over y minus 1 minus 2 over y, all over 3 over y minus 1 minus 1 over 1 minus y. Now here we have a y minus 1 and a 1 minus y. Subtractions in the opposite order. We'll just reverse this and change the sign so you get a plus 1 over y plus 1. So 2 over y minus 1 minus 2 over y, all that divided by 3 over y minus 1 plus 1 over y plus 1 minus 1. Oh, wait a minute. These are the same, aren't they? Same denominator. So we'll rewrite that as 4 over y minus 1. That underneath 2 over y minus 1 minus 2 over y. The inner denominators are y minus 1 y. So we multiply numerator and denominator by y times y minus 1. So multiply this by this. For this term, the y minus 1 cancels. We're left with 2y minus. For this term times this, the y's cancel. I'm left with 2 times y minus 1. For this, the y minus 1's cancel, and we're left with 4y. And then, okay, after a little bit of arithmetic, this is 2 over 4y. And after a bit of cancellation, it's 1 divided by 2y. And that's the answer. Here we have 1 over a plus 1 divided by 3 over a minus 1 plus 1. Okay, well, the inner denominator is a plus 1 and a minus 1. So we'll multiply numerator and denominator by a plus 1, a minus 1. Okay, so this term here becomes a plus 1, a minus 1 over a plus 1. This 1 becomes 1 times a plus 1, a minus 1. This 3 over a minus 1 is 3a plus 1, a minus 1 over a minus 1. This one becomes 1 times a plus 1, a minus 1. Okay, these cancel. The a minus plus 1's cancel here. The a minus 1's cancel here. And then these multiply to a squared minus 1. So this whole thing becomes a minus 1 plus a squared minus 1 in the numerator, all over 3 times a plus 1 plus a squared minus 1. All right, so then we can combine terms a squared plus a minus 2 in the numerator, 3a plus 3 plus a squared minus 1 in the denominator. Okay, a squared plus a minus 2 over a squared plus 3a plus 2. But then again, we can factor these, and we'll probably see if we can cancel common factors. A squared plus a minus 2 factors into a plus 2 times a minus 1, a simple AC method. Another simple AC method here gets you a plus 2 times a plus 1. A plus 2, a minus 1 over a plus 2, a plus 1. The a plus 2's cancel, and we're left with this, a minus 1 over a plus 1. Okay, that concludes this part of this section.